This chai creme brulee cheesecake has got that lady in the streets, freaking the sheets kind of vibe. It's got that classy creme brulee topping along with a robust chai spice cheesecake filling. It is so delicious. Now, for the crust, I've got standard old graham crackers that are just crushed up. Nothing crazy here, but watch this. I'm gonna add some chai tea. Chai means tea, so whenever you're asking for chai tea, you're literally asking for tea. So I think what most people think about when they think of chai is masala chai. So masala is like that mix of spices. This, woo, it is powerful stuff. I created this recipe for my lover Leo because his two favorite desserts are creme brulee and cheesecake. Then I thought, hey, I want to join in on the fun too, but how can I make this suit my taste? So I created this chai spice goodness that's not too sweet, but still super rich. Now to bind it all together, add lots of melted butter and just mix that up. Screw the spoon. I'm gonna go in, start mixing it so that when I clump it together in my hand, it sticks together like that. I got drunk in college one night, made a first move on Leo. That one night stand turned into 10 years. Yeah, I'm that good. Now I have a spring-form pan here that's already greased up, limed with parchment paper. Now I love a cheesecake with a damn good crust. This one will come up the sides. Beautiful. Now to make sure this holds up, I'm gonna put it in the oven for 10 minutes. The crust is all baked off. You see it's developed a nice golden brown color. Now I'm gonna work on this filling. So I've got a blend of that masala chai going on. I've got cardamom, some cloves, cinnamon, ginger, and nutmeg. So I'm just gonna grate that up. And I'm gonna mix this all with some salt and sugar. Some nice spice sugar here. Give that a good mix. When I say this has got lots of spice, I don't mean like that heat type of spice, right? It's more of like a warming spice, just good stuff right there. Beautiful. Now here I've got a lot of cream cheese that's already softened, room temperature. That goes straight in the bowl. In addition to the cream cheese, I've got sour cream. This just cuts through all that richness. It makes it a little bit tangy and light. I love it. Just mix it until smooth. Now I'm gonna add that spice sugar. I'm gonna add vanilla in the form of vanilla bean paste. Give that another mix. I'm gonna add in 3 eggs, one at a time. You know you're ready to add the next egg when that first one is all incorporated. Last egg. Ooh. All right, you don't want to overmix it. When it's just combined, stop right there. And now it's time to fill her up. Oh yeah, look at that richness. Speckled with all those spices. Now once it's in, just give it a little tap to let those bubbles rise to the top. Man, when I make this at home and Leo smells those spices, he comes in the kitchen, he's like, ooh, what you making? And I'm like, your chai cheesecake, baby. I'm a Sagittarius, we're a fire sign, so we're known to be a little wild and unpredictable. Leo's a Pisces, so he's a water sign. I add fire to his life, and he puts out my blazing flames when I've gotten into some crazy shit. This needs to bake in a water bath. So for extra double, triple, quadruple assurance, it's best if you wrap it up with some tinfoil. Just make sure it goes up at least a little more than halfway up the sides of the pan. All right. Now the reason I want to cook this in a water bath is because it'll prevent it from burning on the outside too quickly before the center can cook, right? It's a very dense cake. So carefully pour it at least halfway up the sides. All right, you got this. You could do it, you could do it, you could do it, you could do it. Yes, I did it. I didn't get one drop of water on that cheesecake. Now this is gonna bake until it's mostly set and the center is still a little jiggly. When that's done, I'm gonna turn off the heat and let it sit there in the oven with the door open up a little bit so that it cools down completely. And then I'll put it in the fridge to chill. This cheesecake is nice and chilled and is ready for the reveal. We're not done yet here, folks. We got one more step. Oh, everything's fine. Everything's great. Got my cake pedestal here, and I'm going to carefully slide it over. Now for the most exciting part of this entire dessert, the creme brulee topping. Take a generous amount of sugar, sprinkle it all over. And now it is time to torch. Do not point this at anyone, just at your cheesecake. All right, ready? You gotta go all in and burn that sugar. You wanna keep moving the torch around, and your goal is to melt it down so that the sugar just starts sizzling a bit. And then when it cools down, it's gonna harden up and get ready for that crack. All right, look at that. Now you're just gonna let it cool down a little bit so it can harden and become nice and crackly. Look at this. Take a listen, okay? Oh, yeah. When have you ever heard that on a cheesecake? Ooh, yeah, look how that breaks apart. Look at how soft that cheesecake is. It's not super dense like a lot of them. It's perfect. Well, I didn't take a bite, but I already know. Oh, God. Every time. I impress myself like this. Jen, you're so good. This cheesecake reminds me that it is good to make adaptations so that you can make it delicious for yourself, for your loved ones, so everyone can be happy.